Okay, so, Twisted Metal Black. A good game to make on the channel, and for me, really, a good first time experience. The endings of each character are really good. You know, the cutscene, the presentation, and well, it's only pretty much good to my opinion. Really, I just like all of it. I just think all of it is good. Some endings were, I don't know, brutal. I'll say, I guess, or maybe just undeserved. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to quite put it with Black, but safe to say, really, in the game itself, as I've learned, there are 6 revenge endings, and I think we've seen those 6 revenged endings. We've seen Raven. We've seen I don't know. Was Sweet Tooth's ending a revenge ending? I don't even know. We've seen Raven. We've seen Mr. Grimm. We've seen I would pretty much say, God. Of course I've got to include Axel. But I can't remember who else. Oh yeah, Dollface. So that's 4. God. Oh my God. Who else? Who else's revenge ending have we seen? Look, I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. Twisted Metal Black, in my opinion, it will always be the best Twisted Metal game. If we're being, if we're pretty much like, I don't know, like having, maybe like, I don't know, fun with how the game is. If we're like having fun talking about what the game is, but. Although you might be, I'm sure maybe some people in the comment section could be, or like some people out there could be wondering, what is the story behind the game? Well, obviously a Twisted Metal tournament comes into town, but although what year and what time exactly? I honestly have no idea where I'm going with this at all, but I'm going off topic of what I'm trying to talk about. Look. Playing Twisted Metal Black was honestly a good experience for me. It was really nice. I loved it. The endings were great. Each character was great, really, especially when seeing the time of when there was new vehicles even. But pretty much when it came to unlocking the new unlocking characters like Black, who's the driver of Manslaughter, Axel, Warthog, Yellow Jackets, and just pretty much moving on from that, the maps even themselves aren't even good. But however, though, when it came to unlocking new characters, pretty much there's someone actually new that actually got unlocked when it came to getting everyone's ending. We got everyone's ending, but however though, it all later changed when Minion was unlocked. But I guess pretty much in Twisted Metal Black, he's a playable character, which is odd, because we've faced him plenty of times with each character I've played as. It is. And, well, yeah, but I was gonna say, the only way you'll be able to know how you unlock the Minion, pretty much, is when this cutscene plays. Oh my God, man. What? Somebody earned Beware? What is this? What? Huh? Beware? You have unlocked Minion. What? Can you discover his secrets? So yeah, there you have it. Minion was unlocked. Particularly, is now unlocked. Because technically in Black, to unlock him, I guess, it requires, I guess, to get everyone's ending, which that was unexpected on my end, because I never knew he was a playable character. I mean, who knows? I mean, Although, I'm going to be honest, in Twisted Metal 2 and 3, I think he's a playable character I think he's a playable character in those games. I don't honestly know which game Minion could be playable character in. But in this game specifically, I didn't even know he was a playable character. That was a secret character to be unlocked. But, yeah, Incognito Inc. has, really I'm trying to speak. Really familiar unlockable things, I guess. I don't know how to quite prescribe that. However, though, I think Minion is a bit different. For one, look, after unlocking him, I was up early last night, I guess, because I couldn't get to sleep, for whatever reason, really. If it's a school time where you actually have school, then, technically, then I kind of go to sleep. But I just couldn't go to sleep. But so, look, while I was up, I just decided to go ahead and play Twisted Metal Black. And thinking to myself, you know what? I think maybe I want to play as the new character, Minion, to see if there's any mystery going on. And there's definitely some mystery. For one, Minion does not have a beginner dialogue. He doesn't have a middle dialogue. The other thing is, he doesn't have an ending, so it would make that playthrough wholly useless. But, there's actually one thing I've actually noticed with Minions, that every time when it comes to the loading screen, how you're seeing, with Junkyard Dog Billy Ray, how he has his dialogue up. The same thing is with Minion almost, but instead of words, it's technically coded numbers on the screen, numbers going across, technically, I can pretty much show you a screenshot of what I'm telling you all here. Yep. Right there. That's pretty much what I'm talking about. Now, I didn't know what these numbers were supposed to, if they were, supposed to be, a sentence, or what. But, however, though, I looked up, actually, a YouTube master who had played this game before. Well, technically not uploaded it to YouTube, but uploaded topics about Black on YouTube. But, look, either way, I looked up a master who actually knows what the coded message is, what each one says to Minion's dialogue, or dialogue, or dialogue, I don't know. I'm stuttering. Even the cutscene itself even said that Minion has something to tell you, but can you figure it out? So technically, look, I'm going to be honest. I tried figuring this out on my own and figuring out what the message was trying to say. I pulled up a Google Doc on my computer and typed in the numbers that were on the loading screen. Sad to say, really, I failed because I don't know, the message just wasn't connecting at all. I don't know what Minion wants to tell you or what. So I looked up a YouTube master known as Tactical Bacon Productions. And as I found out, this guy actually started YouTube around 2021. That is I'd say now 2 years ago he started. So, for instance, in this case, it's his third year on YouTube. But sorry, I'm going off topic. Jeez. But essentially, from the video that I watched, the thumbnail saying it's all in his head and showing a picture of Sweet Tooth. The video title is itself Twisted Meta, and then shoot, what else is it called? I don't know. It was technically a second video, or technically his second video from 2 years ago now. But although it did bring proof, though, that pretty much Minion had some messages, all right, and pretty much for the fact being, I looked on his video and I found the hidden messages, which tells even the story of where this game's even taken place. Here's how it goes. If you pretty much combine the alphabetical order with the number order, 1 equals A, 2 equals B, 3 equals C, and etc., then pretty much you'll get these coded messages. So pretty much on level 1 with Minion, when you're playing as him, the first message says, "I do not think this is real." And then, in level 2 with Minion, it says, "I must speak in code or he will discover me." And then in level 3 with Minion is we are trapped in his head. And then in the level 4 where there's a minion boss fight, there's this. This is how he sees the world. How Sweet Tooth sees his life. It is not real. Then, after the minion boss fight, which is kind of like a mirror boss fight when you're playing as a minion, in the 6th level is this. All of us are trapped in his head. Yep. And then, in level 6, there is I miss the old colorful world. And then in level 7, we will return to our old world one day. And the final big twist, the final message is the big twist here. In the real world, my name is Marcus Kane. Wow. What? Does that make... I don't know if that makes sense to any of you guys, but to me, it... Again, I did not figure this out myself. I saw Tactical Bacon's video about that, and, well, I cheated. But, I've never looked at any codes, but I will say, the first time I was going to say, that message pretty much blew my mind. Meaning that Marcus himself is disguised as Minion, so that Sweet Tooth, so he doesn't get discovered by Sweet Tooth. Because if you're unaware, really, but Sweet Tooth, but as I learned from Bacon, who had played, I would say, Twisted Metal a lot longer than me, I would say. According to Bacon, he claims that Marcus and Sweet Tooth are the split personalities of one. And I actually agree with that because it could be because it revealed itself back in Head On. So yeah, makes sense. So pretty much in meaning that pretty much while you're playing as Minion, it's not actually Minion driving. It's Marcus himself driving in that vehicle, meaning that he's the boss that we were facing the entire time. Right, but although of course it did say in the real world his name is Marcus Kane, so I'm pretty much guessing in Black it's just Minion. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't know. But the texts really of pretty much like Minions, in Minions code messages, pretty much they do say that we are all trapped in his head, meaning that the entire Twisted Metal tournament was pretty much in his head, like in Sweet Tooth's head, like this is how he saw the world. This is how, it's all not real. It was all in his head the entire time. It was sort of similar to pretty much, I would say, to pretty much Preacher. Pretty much like the driver of Brimstone, except although with Preacher it was different. Instead of imagining the Twisted Metal tournament in his head, he just imagined the Antichrist or whatever. But if you compared the fact being that the whole Twisted Metal tournament was similar, was pretty much all in Sweet Tooth's head, then that pretty much then to me that kind of brings it sort of similar to Preacher, how he played like the whole devil thing in his head, how it was like a sign of his imagination or so that was messing with him, meaning that this was all him. So, but then perhaps the better question is, what's pretty much going on in the real world then? Pretty much like the Twisted Metal tournament is in Sweet Tooth's head. So is Sweet Tooth driving? Is pretty much like Sweet Tooth driving around and just shooting at random people and buildings? I don't honestly know, to be honest. But then pretty much to think, when you play as every character, they're I don't even know how to quite explain this, but essentially, when you're playing as every character, such as Brimstone, Mr. Grimm, Raven, Warthog, and all the rest of the characters in the genre, you're pretty much to me, I sort of much feel like they're seeing what they're seeing. They're not. I don't really think they're seeing what Sweet Tooth is experiencing right now. But however, though, Minion or Marcus, in one of Minion or Marcus's coded messages, he does say that one day we'll pretty much return back to our old world, meaning that one day we'll return. One day they'll all get out of Sweet Tooth's head and return back to pretty much the old colorful world that it was. But yeah, I was gonna say I found that pretty interesting when I found out that Minion this whole time was Marcus. But then pretty much wait, is he disguised as Minion, or was that just, I don't know. I mean, pretty much, to be honest, when it did say in the real world my name is Marcus Kane, it did make me think that Minion so he's disguised as Minion. So Sweet Tooth doesn't recognize him. But then also, wait, Minion and Sweet Tooth are the same personalities? What the hell? I mean, if they're the same split personalities, wow, that is quite shocking, actually. But I don't know. So yeah, Twisted Metal Black. Before now, God, I was about to end the video literally, and I forgot, and I just learned was about to extend it. But okay, look. Before I end the video, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Minion. Okay, so yes, here is Minion. Minion or Marcus, you name it. Essentially, pretty much, when playing as Minion, this is kind of how the character is. Pretty much, like how the vehicle itself is, and just everything like that. It's like similar to how it was in every single episode with the boss fight. And for his power-up, technically, he has, sort of similar to Warthog, he has like, if you can see it on his truck, he has this laser that pretty much actually reaches out to anyone that you're pretty much able to get close by, and then it'll just deplete their health completely until they're destroyed, which makes pretty much now the game like more times easier when you're playing it as Minion. I mean, to me, really, I don't know if it makes it easier to you guys, but for me, it kind of does, because the laser tracker does go everywhere, depending on like where the opponent is and everything. Like heck, really. It reaches even up higher bits, that so much higher, you can even destroy Warthog on your first try if you wanted to. However, though, like Warthog, Axel, and Manslaughter, he doesn't have a beginner or a middle ending. And plus, matter of fact, when you pretty much have like a rivalry or pretty much like a boss battle time with the other Minion and like defeat that Minion, you don't really he doesn't have a middle ending. Which just pretty much only allows you to save your memory or whatever it is. In the final battle with Warthog, after you kill Warthog completely, this happens. Yep, proving that Minion has no beginner ending, no middle ending, and no, ending. The end. Jeez, look. Technically, with some characters, when you defeat Warthog in Black, they have a specific ending along with the middle ending and the beginner's ending, or beginner's info. Really, kind of. I don't know how to quite prescribe it, but although with Minion, in this result, really, because he doesn't have any of those endings, really, meaning that the whole number code is his story, technically. I mean, like, who knows? It would have probably maybe been nice for, Minion to have an actual ending where he, like, speaks to the player, really, and to, like, saying that this is all in Sweet Tooth's head, or, like, this is all, like we are all trapped in his head, or, whoa, dang, that kind of rhymes. I speak with no hesitation to say, really, that this just kind of surprises me a little bit, pretty much, actually. That the whole Twisted Metal tournament was all in Sweet Tooth's head, and all the characters that we played as, they were kind of, I guess, having their own stories inside Sweet Tooth's head, technically. And so, pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much technically what it is. I mean, it would have been nice. I mean, like, I don't know. But the fact being that that Minion doesn't actually have an ending at the end, the fact that it just like cuts to black at the end of his story, just kind of like ruins storytelling for me. I would say a little, but although it was pretty good though. I will say, nonetheless, Minion was a good playable character to play as, and I'm so glad I got to play as him for the first time. Really, I mean, like, look, I did record him on my PS4 as the same way that I record Twisted Metal Black on the PS4. But however, though, when I pretty much was about to record this video, technically the video clips that I had of Minion were gone. All I just had was the screenshots. Well, technically the screenshots and also the PS4 file where I had all my previous projects done. But either way, it is what it is. It's Twisted Metal Black for you, and I love it. This game was good. I will always remember this game for as long as I live. Well, then back really, I'm going to be becoming old, really. So I'm getting a little bit close to that old age almost. But yeah. So yeah, this video took, like, I would say, a little bit long. I thought I've been now recording for like 21 minutes. I gotta go to a recording session with Erie or whenever he's ready. So yeah, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. We finished off Twisted Metal Black, and so yeah, stay tuned maybe for another Twisted Metal game and for part of the series. So yeah, I'm sorry. It's just look, there's like so many Twisted Metal games that I've missed that I really want to play on the channel. So yeah, but by the time I'm playing those games, I'm going to be having a job soon, and just everything will be much more hard to record. So I don't know if I'll be able to play all the Twisted Metal games in order, but I'll try. But either way. So yeah, that's the end of the video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for next console time, I guess, for whichever game I play next. But otherwise, yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe to me for more games like this. Be awesome, stay awesome as always. This has been your boy, the Game Master, signing off.